Alright people, so welcome to Jumbo IAS and welcome to UPSC Prelims Phoenix batch. In this batch, we revise the entire syllabus for UPSC Prelims examination, and that includes both static as well as current affairs. Now this particular lecture is related to our current affairs lecture series, and you know this, that currently in the current affairs lecture series, we are covering science and technology related current affairs. So all the important topics that featured in the newspapers with respect to science and technology would be covered in this particular lecture series. Now today is day 6 for science and technology, and today we are going to be covering defense technology. Okay, so all the important news items related to defense technology. And by the way, remember, we are not covering Indian defense or armed forces. We are covering technological aspects of defense. Okay, because this is science and technology, right? Okay then. So I'm hoping that you have already gone through the notes. The notes were shared with you one day in advance. So I'm hoping that you have already gone through the notes. You have revised them. And now you're watching this lecture because we are going to revise them again through a set of 20 MCQs. All right? Okay then. So let's begin. So science and technology current affairs, day 6, and well, the daily targets are defense tech. Okay? So let's start revising all the important news items related to defense tech with 20 MCQs, starting with question number 1. So, well, during Operation Sindoor, well, the hero, the superstar came out to be, the superstar that in India's defense was the air defense system, right? So with reference to India's layered air defense architecture, consider the following pairs. Tier 1, outer, Project Kusha, strategic long-range interception. Tier 2, middle, medium-range surface-to-air missile, MRSAM, we used Israeli Barak-8 missiles, tactical short-range. Tier 3, inner, Akash Tir system, medium-range. Tier 4, terminal. These were V-SHORADs. These were man-portable V-SHORADs to hit the targets. Now we have, well, 3-layer but 4-layered architecture. So if the missile or the aircraft is very far away, for that we have Tier 1, Project Kusha, which contains long-range interceptor missiles. But if we miss the target and the target approaches closer to us, then we have middle, MRSAM, Barak-8 missile, but these are medium range, not short range. So this is false. Then if we still miss the target and that enemy asset enters closer to us, then we have Akash missiles. These are short range missiles. So third is also false. And if it still misses, then we have man portable V-SHORAD missile interceptors. Okay, point difference. So 1 and 4 are correct in this table, correctly matched. Okay, question 2. Consider the following statements regarding Project Kusha. It is an indigenous long-range surface-to-air missile system often compared to Israel's Iron Dome. You all have heard about Israel's Iron Dome. It features 3 interceptor variants with ranges 150 km, 250 km, 350 km. It is designed specifically to neutralize low-flying subsonic cruise missiles only. Okay, so Project Kusha is basically air defense system. We intercept the enemy missiles or aircrafts through surface-to-air missile, which are long range. So this is correct, and this is compared to Israel's Iron Dome. Then it has 3 interceptor missiles. One missile can intercept the target up to 150 kilometers. The other, which is of longer range, and the longest range is 350 kilometers. And it can not just neutralize cruise missiles; it can also neutralize fighter jets and drones also. So this is false. Okay, because the word only is written over. So the answer would come out to be B. Okay. Next, regarding S-400 Triumph Sudarshan Chakra system, consider the following statements. It has the capability to engage up to 36 targets simultaneously while tracking 300. It utilizes a single type of universal missile to cover entire range spectrum, 40 km to 400 kilometers. As of May 2026, India is expected to have inducted at least 4 of the 5 planned squadrons. So S-400 is a missile system that we have procured from Russia. Okay, it has the capability to simultaneously destroy 36 targets and track 300 through its radars. Yes, it has 4 types of missiles to intercept. Okay, with different ranges. It can intercept a target from 40 km to 400 kilometers, but it has 4 types of missiles. Okay, not single type. So this is false. Now, India ordered 5 squadrons from Russia. But because Russia itself was involved in a war with Ukraine, so it could have only delivered, it was able to deliver only 4 squadrons. So by May 2026, we'll have 4 squadrons, and the 5th one is scheduled for later. So this is correct. The answer is 1 and 3 only. Okay, next. In the context of India's ballistic missile defense program, phase 2 development is characterized by, well, in phase 2, we are going to develop a special air defense 1 interceptor capable missile, which is capable of neutralizing if an enemy has fired a very long range missile on us, called intercontinental ballistic missile. So if USA has fired this intercontinental ballistic missile on us, now intercontinental ballistic missiles have range, or their ranges are around 5,000 kilometer or more. So this phase 2 of our ballistic missile defense system can even intercept very long range missiles, intercontinental ballistic missiles, which have a range of more than 5,000 kilometers. Okay, so we'll be developing these AD-1 interceptor missiles. This is phase 2. Okay, next. What is the primary function of integrated air command and control system in India's defense strategy? So again, integrated air command and control system is basically for India's air defense. This is a system, electronic system, which can monitor targets. So whenever it has a network of ground radars, which can detect whether a missile has been fired on us, where is it, where can be intercepted. All of this is IACCS with the Indian Air Force. So it provides a composite air situation picture. What is the situation in the sky? By integrating data from ground radars, AWACS. These are airplane flown radars, space assets, even satellite data also. So B, satellite data on missiles, then AWACS, these are aircrafts with radars, then ground radars. All data would be integrated on IACCS, which gives us the correct picture of what Pakistan or China would be doing to us, okay, or any other enemy. B. Next. Which of the following best describes the significance of mission Divyastra, tested in March 2024? So basically, mission Divyastra is a multiple independently targetable re-entry vehicle, MIRV technology. Now, what is an MIRV technology? Well, India can launch a missile, okay, let's suppose on any enemy country. That missile would have multiple warheads. Okay, and well, it is one missile that carries other missiles also. Now these warheads can be deployed at different locations. So India launched a missile. On that missile, there are multiple smaller missiles, smaller bombs that can be dropped at different locations. So like 5-in-1 missile. This is MIRV technology, which India was able to successfully test, and we have named it Mission Divyastra. C. Remember this MIRV technology. Next. Consider the following statements regarding Agni Prime missile. So it is next generation canisterized medium range ballistic missile. Okay. Canisterization allows for launch on demand and enhances mobility. It has a range exceeding 5,000 km, making it India's primary ICBM. Now, you see, generally missiles are launched from a launch pad. Now these launch pads are fixed. Now if an enemy gets to know about this launch pad, they can quickly first destroy this launch pad so that India can never launch a missile. But what if your missile can be launched from a truck? Okay, it is mobile. Those missiles are canisterized. So Agni Prime is a next generation canisterized version of medium range ballistic missile. This is correct. Because of canisterization, there is mobility. It is not fixed. And remember, Agni 5 missile is capable of range around 5,000 km. But this Agni Prime missile, it is medium range. It is not ICBM. It is medium range. That means its range is 1,000 to 2,000 kilometers. So this part is false. For 5,000 km, you need a ICBM. Okay, there are short range missiles, medium range ballistic missiles, and there are ICBMs, okay, intercontinental ballistic missiles. So that is Agni 5, not Agni Prime. Answer is A. Next.